Welcome to Dreamy Tales English. I am David. Tonight, we have a special story for you. It's called The Bridge Builder of Wuzhen. Wuzhen is a water town in eastern China where ancient bridges arch over narrow canals and whitewashed walls reflect in the still water below. The town has existed for nearly 2,000 years, and its stone bridges have borne witness to countless seasons of rain and sunshine, of merchants and travelers, of weddings and farewells. Lin was 64 years old when he retired. For 40 years, he had been a teacher of Chinese literature at a small university in Hangzhou. He taught Tang Dynasty poetry, classical novels, and the works of writers who had lived centuries before him. But retirement did not feel like freedom to Lin. It felt like silence. The classrooms were empty. The students were gone. And the house he shared with his wife was too quiet. His wife, Yun, suggested they spend the autumn in Wuzhen. You always told your students that the best stories are found in the places where people live, she said. Maybe you should go find one. Lin arrived in Wuzhen on a misty October morning. He rented a small room above a shop selling silk scarves, overlooking a canal that wound through the old town like a silver ribbon. The air smelled of wet stone, aged wood, and the faint sweetness of osmanthus flowers blooming in the courtyards. On his first evening, Lin wandered to the western end of the town, where the canals narrowed and the bridges grew older. There, he noticed something unusual, a small stone bridge, cracked and leaning slightly to one side, marked with a red sign that read "Closed for repair." Beneath it, a crowd of locals had gathered, speaking in low, concerned voices. Lin approached and asked what was happening. An elderly woman turned to him. "That is the Bridge of Parting," she said. "It has been here for 300 years. My grandmother crossed it when she left her village to marry. My mother crossed it when she returned to visit. And now it is breaking. Why not repair it?" Lin asked. The woman shook her head. "The craftsmen who know how to build stone bridges in the old way are few, and the money for repairs is not enough. Perhaps it will be abandoned." Something in her words stirred Lin. He had spent his life teaching students to appreciate the beauty of old places, old words, old traditions. But he had never done anything to preserve them himself. The next morning, Lin visited the town's cultural bureau. After a long conversation with a young official named Xia, he learned the truth. The government wanted to rebuild the bridge in modern concrete, which would be cheaper and faster. But the locals resisted. They wanted it rebuilt in the traditional stone and mortar style, exactly as it had been for centuries. "We cannot find enough skilled stonemasons," Xia explained. "Most of the old masters have retired or passed away. The young people do not want to learn this craft. It is too slow, too difficult, and does not pay well." Lin left the bureau with a heavy heart. That afternoon, he returned to the bridge and sat on the stone steps beside it, watching the water flow beneath. A fisherman drifted by in a small wooden boat, singing a low, mournful tune that echoed off the white walls. An idea began to form in Lin's mind. The following week, Lin put up a handwritten sign on the bridge: "Stone Bridge Apprenticeship. Learn the ancient craft. No experience necessary. Free." He did not know how to build a stone bridge himself, but he knew how to teach. And he knew people who might be willing to help. He called his former students scattered across China and the world. He emailed professors at the architecture department of his university. He posted on social media in both Chinese and English. Within days, responses began to trickle in. An 80-year-old stonemaster from Anhui province, surnamed Master Zhao, read the post and agreed to travel to Wuzhen. "I have been waiting for someone to ask," he said when they met. "My hands still know the work. Only the young have forgotten how to listen." Master Zhao was a small, stooped man with hands like weathered oak. But when he picked up a chisel and mallet, he moved with a precision that defied his age. He showed Lin and the first group of apprentices how to cut the limestone blocks, how to mix the traditional mortar made from sticky rice and lime, how to shape the keystone that would hold the arch together. The apprentices were an unlikely group. There was Chun, a 25-year-old software engineer who had quit his job in Shenzhen to find something more meaningful. There was Wei, a retired nurse from Shanghai who wanted to pass on her knowledge before it was lost. There was Tom, an American exchange student who had fallen in love with Chinese culture and wanted to contribute something tangible. Every morning at dawn, they gathered at the bridge. Master Zhao would inspect the stones, arrange the tools, and begin the lesson. Lin would take photographs, record stories, and translate between the master and the younger apprentices. It was slow, meticulous work. A single bridge could take months to rebuild. But with each stone laid, Lin felt something inside him waking up. One evening, as the group sat on the unfinished bridge watching the sunset paint the canal in shades of orange and purple, Master Zhao spoke softly. "When I was a boy, my father taught me this craft. He said that building a bridge is not about moving from one side to the other. It is about connecting the two sides so that others can cross safely. A bridge builder does not seek credit. He seeks only that the bridge stands." Lin looked at the half-finished arch, its stones rough but true, and felt tears prick his eyes. He had spent his life teaching words. Now he was helping to build something that would last longer than any book. Months passed. Winter came and went. Spring arrived with cherry blossoms drifting across the canal like pink snow. And slowly, steadily, the bridge of parting rose from the stones. On the day the final keystone was placed, the entire town gathered. The red, "Closed for repair" sign was taken down. Master Zhao, frail now, but smiling, pressed his chisel into Lin's hand. "You have built more than a bridge," he said. "You have built a memory." Lin stood on the repaired bridge for the first time, feeling the solid stone beneath his feet. Below him, the water flowed as it always had, patient, unhurried, eternal. Across the canal, a young girl held her grandmother's hand as they crossed together, the same way the grandmother's grandmother had done, and hers before that. That night, back in his room above the silk shop, Lin wrote a letter to his former students. "I came here seeking a story," he wrote, "but I found something better. I found a purpose. The bridge will stand for another 300 years, perhaps longer. And every person who crosses it will carry with them the quiet work of hands that refuse to let tradition disappear." He sealed the letter and placed it in a drawer beside a small piece of limestone from the bridge, a fragment of the keystone, rough and gray and beautiful in its simplicity. It was his reminder that some things are worth preserving, not for glory, not for profit, but because they connect us to the past and to each other. And in Wuzhen, under the arch of the restored stone bridge, the canal continued to flow, carrying with it the reflections of white walls and red lanterns, and the echoes of a man who had found his purpose in the quiet labor of remembering. Good night and sweet dreams.